Knobs Row, greetings. Let's get to it. But remember, read it for yourself. Don't believe me. Okay. The sons of Cush, Mixing2, origins of tribes, part 7. Go to Genesis chapter 10, Genesis chapter 10, verse 7 through 12. Cush's sons were 1 Seba, 2 Havilah, 3 Sabbatah, 4 Ramah, 5 Sabteka, and 6 Nimrod, 6 sons. Seba, who was also called Sheba of the Sabians, they were the people in the west coast of the Arabian Peninsula, defied Noah's land division. You can find it in Psalms chapter 72, verse 10, Isaiah chapter 43, verse 3, Isaiah chapter 45, verse 14. They were also linked to the Persians, Pakistan, India, Armenia, Indonesia, and Malaysia, and Australian Aborigines. Armenia, that's in the Caucasus, mixing. Define of Noah's land divisions. Second son. Third son, Havilah. He just teamed up with Sheba also, defiant to the land divisions by Noah, but he even went further into the Caucasus. Also, big thing on Havilah. He was related to Ishmael. When you go to Genesis chapter 25, verse 17 and 18, in 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 7, you'll find out that Hagar was Ishmael's mother. She was from Egypt. That came out of Egypt as a handmaid to Sarah, Abraham's second wife, Hagar. Yes, in those scriptures I gave you, Ishmael went back to his home, Havilah, west of Egypt. So, it's a little history for you. Sabbatah, related to South Arabia, define of Noah's land divisions. All this is Shem's land. The Cushites, which are Ethiopians, which are Africans, are going over to Shem's land in the middle, South Arabia up to Israel. So, let's go to Ramah with his son Sheba and Dedan in Ezekiel chapter 27, verse 22 and 23, and Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 13. They traded with Tyre in Yemen. Tyre, near Israel, Shem's land. Ramah, Southern Arabians. Southern Arabians, also defined to the land divisions of Noah. They traded with us in Israel. There's a reference, 1 Kings chapter 10, verse 1 through 13. Queen of Sheba, Ethiopia, Cush, Africa, with King Solomon. And then you can go to Psalms chapter 32, verse 10, and Ezekiel chapter 27, verse 15. Sabteka, the fifth son, Southern Arabia, defined also to the land divisions. Now we got the big boy, Nimrod. Oh yeah, Nimrod means rebel, defined to the Most High. Babylon, which is Iraq. Yeah, Sham's land. Land of Shinar, Iraq, Sham's land. He was the last biggest defined son of all. First conqueror in the known world, dictator of entire lands of Japheth and Ham. In Iraq is in Sham's descendants' inherited land still. Forced all tribes to make bricks for the towers of Babel, but failed. Remember the 70 languages? Everybody scattered, couldn't understand what they were saying. Most High moved them out, said, fill the land, multiply, be fruitful like I told you. Okay, eventually, Nimrod left the land of Shinar after everything failed. He left Iraq, migrated north, and formed the cities Nineveh, Rehoboth, and Calah, still on Sham's land. These were the first cities of organized false worship, false religion, utter evil, evil symbols, sinful practices, and the love of money. Assyrians, Ashur, Sham's son, was partner emperor dictators with him as neighbors. That's why the book of Nahum speaks of the judgment of Nineveh in Assyrian empires, which would fall and never rise again. And now their spirit has affected the world. That's why Revelation chapter 17 to chapter 19, verse 9 speaks final judgment on all imitation Babylons to this present day. DH8. Don't hate. Much love, y'all. We'll be back to be continued. This thing been mixed up. We're going to figure it out. Much love to all the tribes.